All right, welcome back to NXL 2025. We're here in Tampa Bay. We're here just outside of Raymond James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, you're stuck with me, Matt Falby, but we have a new co-host. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Brooklyn Stellato. I play on the Heroines WNXL Pro team.
Yeah, they're kind of a good team. You guys have done okay for yourselves.
Yeah, just a little bit.
All things considered. All right, we're going to watch FEMMES FATALE versus Northern Lights and Dallas Vibe versus SURICATOS. FEMMES won their first match. Northern Lights dropped their first match, so they're coming in 0-1. On the backside of that, we're going to watch Dallas Vibe versus SURICATOS. FEMMES on your left, they're tripled up at home. That's the first today.
It looks like there's 5 alive on both sides of the field. Oh, and then the Snake Tower just dropped for Northern Lights.
All right, well, I guess tripling up at home it works because FEMMES get the first kill out of there.
And still have 5 bodies alive.
No, as you say that.
Oh, commentator's curse.
Yeah, commentator curse. They dropped their Dorito side.
The Northern Lights are pushing into that Snake 4.
Yeah, Northern Lights in great position, up to Snake 5. This Snake side tower for FEMMES did not do a good job stopping that play.
And they just got a kill. Oh, and the Snake is running through the field. Looks like they bounced the... Okay, never mind.
I was a little worried she was overextending herself, but she got away with it. She got the kill, and she's still alive.
Now she just needs to play strategically here. Don't waste her body after all those kills.
That's Hannah Urquhart.
Oh, and then they're both in the 50s. If that Dorito looks over at Snake.
Who looks first?
Wow.
Who looks first?
That Snake right now, all that pressure should look inside.
That Dorito player still doesn't see. Neither of them see each other.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a free kill.
There we go, and then the Snake is dead.
Hannah's going to take a walk.
It looks like the Northern Lights pushed into that D4 as well, so now there's a FEMMES in the 50 with the D4 active for the Northern Lights.
Them up. And now we're into the Snake Tower. I think that's 3 alive for FEMMES at this point, although they certainly have momentum. I'm not sure what we got left for Northern Lights over there.
It looks like just that Dorito 4. Or 3. It's the Dorito 3. My bad. Oh.
Casey Erb dodging out of that one. I see a drop back by the Northern Lights player. No, not a drop back. That was a run through.
Yep.
Northern Lights player is going to be dropping back all the way to the pit.
I think that was Andrea that did the run through.
Yeah.
On the D side.
All right, Northern Lights, that's got to be a frustrating point because, frankly, you were up in bodies. You had great positioning over here in the Snake. Hannah was doing a ton of damage, and then it all just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, I think if the Snake player would have just calmed down a little bit and had her team work her way up with her, it would have been a different story.
You know, at that moment, there was a span of about 30 seconds there where both teams had a player at the 50 wide open to the other, and it was just a question of who looked first. And it just so happened that the FEMME noticed, peripheral vision, first one to pick up on Hannah, and Hannah died because of it. Mm-hmm. I suspect if Hannah was the first person to notice and she had shot out the Dorito 50, they probably would have won the game.
Yeah, game over.
Yeah. And I'm not blaming Hannah Urquhart because, she did so much work up to that point. It's just a shame.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, we're going to flip over to the Dallas Vibe versus SURICATOS. SURICATOS is going to be on your right, Dallas Vibe on your left.
Wow, nobody went to the home on the SURICATOS.
Vibe starts off double to home. They split out pretty quickly. They're into D1 clean. They're into Snake now. This is Tahada.
It's a 4-on-4 right now. SURICATOS just lost another player, so now it's 3-on-4 Vibe.
Angelina has a great chance here to push up this Snake, get to the 50, do a bunch of damage.
I think the SURICATOS just went to the Dorito 50, made a bold move.
Yeah, I think so, because Angelina here is doing red alert. I think they kind of are aware of it.
Also a center body for SURICATOS in that center wedge. I think they should identify each other now.
Angel, I think, is locking onto that D3. No, she's calling D2. She's just calling every Dorito just to be safe. They could be anywhere. People just shoot Dorito side generally. It'll work itself out.
So that tower is actually looking Snake side. I don't think they know that Angie is in the or snake 50.
You're right. There's no paint coming our way at all. We got
So-
the home. No, if the home was aware, she'd stay on it. No, I'm sorry. That's our Vibe player. Oh, Angel overextends.
I think that was a trade. Yep. There, SURICATOS still does have that Dorito 50 and a Dorito 3 alive.
Well, we're going to find out because the Vibe player makes a transition over here to this mini temple. Frankly, that's more in danger from the 50 Dorito.
I think it should be a 2v2 right now with Nicole Gates. Now it's a 2v1 SURICATOS.
Nicole's doing a good job digging in her heels, trying to hold on to this.
That is a hard bunker to stay alive into.
There's only one on the field that's worse than that. That's his baby Dorito in the corner. All right, here we go. SURICATOS trying to close this out. They're starting to move up the middle. She can run right into the shadow. There's no way Nicole can see her.
Mm-hmm.
If she just wants to go straight at the bunker, don't run
and
wide.
Here's that rundown.
There it is. Oh, that looked like that hurt. All right, SURICATOS going to take this one. I mean, if we want to talk about changes in that point, maybe Angel overextending a little bit here on the snake side, losing her body. Now, she did trade, and she'd already done damage, so I don't want to blame her like she lost the match, but well done.
I think as well, though, is like what's happening is everybody's snakes players getting to work, but their team is not following them up. So it's hard to live in that snake, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of cross shots, a lot of bounces, a lot of everything, so...
She was on a bit of an island over there.
Yeah.
All right, well, we want to thank one of our sponsors again. That's Ballsack. I'll let the giggling cease. They have made a really cool pod filler and kind of a replacement for your traditional caddy. It's on sale now. Actually, if you want to it's all sold out. If you want your opportunity to get in on one, you can use the code NXL Tampa and get 10% off a pre-sale. So I will show it off to you again. I actually am impressed with that product. All right, Northern Lights versus FEMMES. Northern Lights looking to bounce back. Northern Lights strong up the middle, up to that standing wedge in the middle. Now they're going to cross 50. It's a run through. Does it work?
No.
Oh, man.
The FEMMES had 5 bodies alive, all shooting up the gut at that point, so it might have worked, but they had 5 guns on that lane, so.
Well, Cassandra also taking a walk for Northern Lights, so they're down 2 players immediately.
Looks like Dallas is in the snake 50. Still 5 bodies alive for the FEMMES.
FEMMES are going to wrap. Oh, she's going to cross the 50.
The home for the FEMMES bumps all the way to the Dorito 1.
That's Paige. Paige is going to pick up the kill on that D1. Unfortunately, they're going to fill it in immediately. It's almost like, here, have another body. Paige took her gun off it, though.
It's actually, that's Dallas.
Dallas.
Oh, Paige, yeah.
We can both be right.
Yes.
All right. You know, she gets the kill to the D1. Little did she know that the D1 would be filled in immediately. Because right now she could pop back that way and probably get the kill again.
But, again, she doesn't have to rush here. She doesn't. Her whole team's still alive, putting together a game. It's a 5-on-2, so.
Yeah, no reason to throw away your body. Let your back player start doing work.
I mean, she is hunting, though. She's waiting.
Yep. Does she have a straight? Yeah, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
I think she clipped the pack. The ref's going to check it. No, it's going to be clean.
Oh.
She might have hit one of the pod loops and just made the pod loop bounce around a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to pick up that Dorito. No, Dorito sees her.
Wow.
Now she's overextended. She catches that back shot.
Wow.
Nice work, Paige. There you go. She recognizes Dorito.
I want her to get this kill. That'd be a 5-pack for her.
Wow. That's Aaron Scott taking a walk.
Wow.
Now,
that was really nice play.
Hell of a game by Whitwright. Congratulations on that one. FEMMES are going to take this one. Northern Lights is going to drop down to back 2 points on this one. Still plenty of time on the clock, but coming off their first match, having lost that, they really don't want to lose another one of this weekend. Is not lining up well.
Also, losing with 5 bodies alive on the other team, it's definitely something that gets in
Yeah,
your head
yeah.
for sure.
Well, I hadn't thought about that. You just made it more depressing. Thank
Yeah,
you for,
yeah.
For all the Northern Lights fans at home, we're sorry.
No, yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm taking it from a player's perspective.
Yeah,
It's brutal.
No, you're right. You're right. Oh. Alex, who decided to put ball sack as the thing we're promoting on the WNXL? We're going to have to talk as a production team after this. All right. They are not hitting the buzzer, and I don't know why Northern Lights have not picked up on it. You've got a whole conference out there, 5 alive. Northern Lights have not picked up on the fact that the clock is just ticking away. We're at 9.5 now. They've lost about 30, 45 seconds so far. Let's see how much further it will go. I could make an argument that if you had enough staffing on any given team, I might assign a job to just somebody to sit there and watch and hit the buzzer. And I don't mean just in this situation, I mean in every situation, because as a coach, you can kind of get overwhelmed and you kind of lose track of the tactical situation with how much time is left and the point differentials. But I just see this too often. I see a team go, "No, we'll sit on the buzzer," and the other team just completely, utterly misses it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the FEMMES don't really need the point margin right now because I believe they mercied.
They did.
Nevermore, so they do have that point margin already. So, I mean,
yeah. So that's not it. I mean, they're going to kill the clock and put themselves in a better position to win this match. But I mean, the question is, Northern Lights, what you doing?
It is definitely a unique strategy because you want as much time on the clock as you can if you're definitely down. So.
If you're down, you need every second you can get. Now, sometimes I question the value of trying to kill the clock really, really early on in the match when you don't really know where you're going to be at in 10 minutes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, there's kind of whatever. But right now, you're going to be down 2 here in a minute. Whenever the buzzer gets hit and you're not saving any clock.
Yeah.
This is not great for Northern Lights.
I wonder if the buzzer's not working.
No, they're not.
They'd probably be yelling.
Yeah, they'd be yelling or arguing or something like that. No, I even the Northern Lights even the FEMMES at this point got to be like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Maybe this is like next level strategy of making them dehydrate in the sun. I don't.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Well, since we have time, what do you think of this layout?
Oh, I love it. I love it a lot, actually. It kind of reminds me of World Cup 2 years ago, World Cup, when I first debuted with Heroines. So it gives me little flashback memories of that with the big, wall in the center, that layout. I like that a lot. It's a unique layout. It can play really slow, like in the pro matches, but it can also play very fast. So.
Well, like that layout you're alluding to, there's so much clutter in the middle here. Oh, there we go. Northern Lights finally picked up on it. There's so much clutter in the middle here that it really blocks a lot of the line of sight. So a good chunk of this field is somewhat invisible to you as a player just because there's so much clutter up the middle. So, again, that can make it risky sometimes crossing the 50. Here's a little point of advice for you. I've watched a lot of teams cross the 50 and get blown up because it's literally they're kind of blind to what's on the other side. They just don't have good vision of it.
Well, that's why you just got to communicate with your back players and make sure that, you know where the bodies are before you risk too much.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in those 50s,
By the way, if you're let's say you're in a 4-on-1 and you're the one, you have 2 options. One is go on some crazy run through and try to make it, or go super quiet and just go landmine mode. And that's when you can blow some people up on a field like this because you can't see. All right, SURICATOS on your left, Vibe on your right.
Pod runner running right through the center.
That's supposed to be a penalty for the team that has pod runner?
I think the refs are talking about that right now.
That sucks.
Oh, look, they doubled up that snake side
mini temple. I've never seen that.
And it's 5 bodies alive as well. One's dropped from SURICATOS.
That would be Torres walking off for SURICATOS. Oh, I see a player walking off there for Dallas 5 from the Dorito side, though. So it should be 4-4. As I say that, another SURICATOS player coming off the D1. D1 gets refilled very quickly.
It looks like that center brick for SURICATOS is doing work on that D side, trapping them.
And there's some full-on creep vibe by Dallas Vibe moving up the snake side. She's just doing the full soft shoe creep. Nobody knows.
I think she just got identified as well.
Maybe she bumped the bunker. That's all it takes.
And they turn away.
Blow up that tower.
Wow.
They didn't know they were there. They were guessing.
Oh, and now we got 2 Vibe players.
Oh.
Angie going for the rundown.
I can't see this
wow.
drop back. Well, it almost worked. Drop back almost worked.
It looks like the Dorito 2 and the Snake are eyes on, and then Snake gets the kill out of the Dorito 2.
That might be Hadley Korsman for Dallas Vibe finishing that out on the Snake side.
Looks like it. See, like I said, these points are going pretty quick. It's kind of different from the pro fields. They're taking some time. I think it was Aftershock versus Seattle Uprising. It was only 2 points.
It was a 2-1 or something like that. Yeah, it was crazy low score. Which, again, those kind of confuse me. Like, late in the weekend, when you have a much better idea of the playoff picture lining up and where you are and what you need to accomplish and who you need to stop, trying to run games into super low points, I can see some strategic decision. But early on in the weekend, that's just 2 teams that are just like, I don't know, let's just not make a mistake and we'll just sit here. I don't know how else to explain it. Of course, I didn't see the match, but
I mean, like you said, it's like this field is very blind. You can't really see much. So like it could either go fast because you lose people, or it can go slow because everybody's trying to hold zone. So
this layout invites a little bit of chaos again because you can easily do a run through and it can just get really messy really fast. All right, Northern Lights on your right, FEMMES on your left.
Looks like they're gonna match the center push in that Snake tower.
I think we might have a gun problem for the Northern Lights in this Snake corner though. She's doing some kind of work on her hopper. First player eliminated from FATALE, though, so 5.
3 people just dropped from Northern Lights as well.
Oh, my God. Okay, all right, never mind. I was just about to tell them the Northern Lights are doing great, and then it all falls apart. All right, even worse for Northern Lights, the 2 players they have left are directly in line with each other upfield, which means they have no spread. They can't cross it up. They can't really protect each other.
As you say that, the Snake mini tower goes to that Snake corner.
The mini Dorito of death? I don't know if that's where I want to be in a down body situation.
Especially since they're still kind of lined up in the same angle.
Yeah. That might be Aaron Scott there at the Snake Tower trying to hold it together. And
FEMMES all in the 50, so we got the 50 Doritos, the 50 center, and the 50 wedge. There it is.
Northern Lights is going to towel out of this one. I don't blame them. That was the last player left alive in the worst bunker on the field. Time to get out of there, but not going well. So they're going to be down 3-0. Let's flip back over to a little bit closer game. We got Dallas Vibe versus SURICATOS. Almost 11 minutes on the clock. Game tied up, so essentially it's like a fresh game.
Plenty of time, too. Plenty of time.
Yep. Ooh, are they going to go on? Either team going on short. Remember we talked about a pod runner being laid off the field?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if the refs actually threw a penalty on that.
I don't think they did.
Well, let's count bodies here.
5 on SURICATOS.
Oh, my God. They're running out of time. The Vibe has got to get to the box. They barely got in. No, Vibe has got 4 players. No, 5 players. They got 5. Okay.
So Vibe just shot that dead zone and then busted out to the Snake corner. Got a kill from the SURICATOS corner as well.
SURICATOS very quickly got up to the left side standing wedge of the 50, the middle.
Oh, wow, yeah. Both teams have pretty good positions right now. Angie moving up into that Snake. Yeah. That tower has to look in or she will be getting roasted.
Yep.
She still does not know that there's a Snake.
Is she aware about that 50, though? I don't think she is.
Oh,
there it is.
What a kill.
Angie knew, so blows her up.
Still 5 bodies alive for Vibe.
Yep.
It looks like
3
drops from SURICATOS, but there is still 1 in the Snake.
I think we might have 3 bodies alive for Suricatos. We got the snake.
Angie's creeping up.
We got a Dorito walking off. Yeah, this is falling apart. Oh,
oh.
Gonna walk right into it.
Angie, that was the right move. Taking that trade. And I think
that might be it.
That's it, yeah. Vibe just needs to put it together. And then the game will be closed.
Yeah, Vibe's trying to sort it out. It's always eerie when it goes quiet. I know as a player, it's almost comforting when somebody's shooting at me. When that happens and the field goes completely quiet, it's really disconcerting. I'm like, I don't know if I'm safe or I'm about to walk into an ambush.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it should feel good. It should feel like, oh, we probably killed them all, but nah.
But, you know, my favorite feeling in the world is like when you're like really low on paint and then the field goes quiet and you're like, I think I'm the only one left, but I don't know. But I have like 3 balls left in my hopper.
Yeah. God, I hope I'm the only one left.
Your heart just boom, boom.
You start looking around for half-empty pods and what you can scrounge off the ground.
Oh gosh, shoot GI. It's always good.
Since it's fairly tough to get people to surrender on a modern field, you kind of need paint. All right, Northern Lights on your left, FEMMES on your right. Northern Lights on your left. Northern Lights looking for answers here. Oh, interesting run. They go up the middle and then dogleg out to the D3, and I think it worked.
So same on the FEMMES side. They had 3 bodies going up past that the snake side of the home. One going up to that tower, one dipping into snake, and then the other going to the mini tower, but their snake runner dies. Well, so I think it's 2 off from the FEMMES. How many you got on your side?
Yeah, I think it's 4 and 4. We saw Cassandra Schellenberg take the walk, and we saw Paige Whitwright take the walk.
Another walk on the FEMMES. There's a 50 Dorito doing work for the Northern Lights.
Well, Northern Lights needs this desperately. They're down 0-3.
And I think that's 4 bodies off for the FEMMES. The only body left for the FEMMES is in that snake mini temple.
Yeah, and she is very much being pinched right now.
Yeah, once again, that's probably the hardest bunker to live from.
Well, once the snake is allowed to wrap, she's going to blow up that pack. That should be it. Honestly, doing a good job staying alive.
Yes, actually, very good job. There she goes.
Not so much.
We got to stop doing that to them. Oh, my gosh.
I will not take responsibility for that one.
She only had 4 guns shooting at her.
All right, well, Northern Lights really needed this one. They got it, so they're going to get the score back to 1-3 with about 4.5 on the clock. That's a lot to work with. That's fine. That's doable.
They need more points just like that, a little bit more urgency.
Yeah.
And they should be able to make it take a comeback.
That was an interesting run for Northern Lights. At the breakout, they decided to run up the middle and then take a hard left dogleg run into the Dorito 3. You do things like that to screw with the timing of the other team's guns, right? So the other team's guns are looking for you running to D1. When they don't see you, they come off their trigger. Of course, you're running up the middle at that moment, and then you take a hard left. By that time, they've given up on that shot.
Yep.
So it's risky. It would be risky if you weren't you're playing mind games, right?
Oh, of course. And you're essentially running under the paint at that point because they're trying to shoot deep for those back runners. So I don't think it's going to be a late game move, but maybe.
All right, Suricatos on your left, Dallas Vibe on your right. Dallas Vibe up by 1 point.
5 bodies alive on.
Suricatos really aggressive on the run out. D1, snake corner, up the middle to that tower. Nothing at home. They completely abandoned home.
And they have 5 bodies alive on both sides.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good match.
This is a run through.
Oh, wow.
Does it work?
Whoa.
It works.
That looked like a spin.
Oh, no.
Yep.
No, that's going to be a major.
Major penalty.
Oh, that is brutal.
That was a... Wait. Oh, wow. They pulled the Suricatos players.
Suricatos going to get a major on that one. I couldn't quite see the exchange there. I don't know what caused
I definitely thought Angie spun, but maybe I saw that wrong. Oh, that was a great positioning from Suricatos.
Oh, that is brutal. I believe we have 1 Suricatos player left over here in the D2.
Oh, yeah, Suricatos is trying to fight that. I thought it looked clean. I think that was Maria, running down Angie in that center. It looked like she was clean to me, and Angie spun, but we'll see what the refs say at the end.
Yeah, the question is, did Angie get the shot on first before the before the spin. I don't know. It was too fast. You at home have the luxury of rewinding and rewatching it. Maybe you can see what we didn't see. I will cast no aspersions.
I think it's a 1v1.
No, that's it.
Is that a Vibe player? Yeah. No, I think.
Well, she's talking.
Is she?
If she's dead, then she's talking.
No, yeah, she has a hopper hit.
Okay.
So it does look like Vibe is going to get this point.
They're going to close it out. SURICATOS players talking, walking off. That's a dangerous thing with these refs.
Oh, yeah.
They will absolutely throw flags on that.
I mean, as they should. As they should. It is part of the rule book.
Look, if I'm a ref and the player is saying something like, "Hey, good game, nice shooting," I'm not going to penalize that.
Oh,
Maybe
well, yeah,
that's what
of
she
course.
was saying. But if you're running your mouth in the game, yeah, you should be getting a penalty. The rules are what they are. All right. Well, Vibe is going to take this one. They're going to go up 3-1. There's going to be about 7 minutes on the clock, assuming they hit the buzzer. Although they really, SURICATOS need to towel out because Vibe is not going to hit the buzzer.
Yeah. They are comfortable right now. Dallas Vibe is very comfortable right now.
Nope, are they? Nope, they're just going to move into the shade. I thought they were heading for the buzzer, but no. There's no shade to be had, though. Oh, they're just trying to hide. They're trying to hide from the SURICATOS pit. Again, what I said, if you have enough staff to do it, okay, I'm an NFL fan. If you watch NFL rosters, staff, they have a staff member to do everything. I mean, everything. And obviously in paintball, we don't have that luxury. But I mean, I could argue have a staff member just sit there and watch for this kind of shenanigans and stop it because it has an effect on the match. You're going to lose probably a full minute or more.
I think as well as what's happening is their staff, like you said, is worried about arguing a point.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what's going on.
But as well, I mean,
we're watching the SURICATOS coach have we'll say passionate. Is that a fair word? Passionate conversation with our head ref, Mikhail, instead of watching the clock, instead of watching the fact that the clock is it's dying on him.
I think he realizes it. He's probably trying to push the fact that they may give him his time back if the call changes. But, yeah, I think priorities need to lie in a certain order. I mean, it's a strategy to wait at some points, but not when you're down like this.
No, he's too engaged in this conversation to even notice that the clock is rolling off. Let's get our mobile cameraman in there. I'm kidding. I don't think we have a mobile camera. Anyways, there's a passionate conversation going on right now between the ultimate judge, Mikhail, and the head coach of SURICATOS. He's got as angry as I'm sure he is over what he thinks is a wrong call. He's going to be more angry when he realizes he lost 2 or 3 minutes off the clock.
And didn't get the call he wants.
Yeah, you never get the call you want. No, he's coming this way. This isn't good. Avert your eyes.
Whenever I face confrontation.
It's available live on I don't have a playback feature for you.
I know, but are you filming it? It's live. One is about 4-1 win. It's like the player spins and we get pulled the penalty on. That's impossible. I've never seen that before.
All right. The passion is overflowing to the webcast booth. The head coach of the SURICATOS is just having a conversation with us about whether or not he can get the footage of that. He believes strongly that his player was unfairly penalized.
Yeah.
Martyred, you might say. Anyway, so
when confrontation hits, I work in customer service, so it's like I just go like my eyes wide open. Ooh.
I heard you in the background saying, "I'll transfer you to a manager" during that conversation.
I just work here, okay?
Have you tried turning your team off and turning it back on again? That's standard tech support response.
Yeah. I mean, but also, like, it's part of the game. Like, paintball, this is part of the game. Like, footage is just now coming in. We're not like baseball. We're not like football. Like, we don't have that review, and it is part of the game. Like, sad to say, like, if it's a close game, you should never let it get that close.
So,
you know what I mean?
There's been an ongoing discussion about what to do about replay in paintball. The pro field enjoys the luxury of replay. The rest of the fields do not, including this one. Mm-hmm. And at some point as a sport, we might need to make a decision is replay something that should be standardized across all the fields, or should nobody have it? I don't know. I don't know what the final answer for that is. Unfortunately for the SURICATOS coach, if he's right, and I don't know, but if he's right, and he can show footage proof of it after the event is over, nothing's going to change.
Yep.
You know, it's too late, and you will get bad calls occasionally, which you need to recognize as a player and a coach. Guess what? The other team is getting some bad calls too, and
of course,
and it kind of balances out. This ref squad is so damn good. There's not a whole lot of bad calls going around, period, but it happens.
Yeah. What I was always taught is if you say you shoot them and the ref doesn't pull them out, you just got to shoot them more. So
yeah.
You keep shooting until it's a confirmed kill, because it's part of the game. It is part of the game.
Although I'm not
the calls, the refs, everything. It's part of the game. Watching the refs,
Yeah.
It's part of the game.
By the way, off topic, I do agree with you. However, one of I think it might have been Kansas City All-Stars today, got a suspension for overshooting.
Okay.
He came around a bunker, and again, I'm sorry if All-Stars, if it wasn't you, but he came around a bunker to bunker the last dude, started shooting at maybe the base of the spine, and then worked his way up to the head.
Stitched.
Yeah, pretty unnecessary, and it got him suspended. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So don't just keep shooting for it. There's a point at which too much shooting is too much.
Yeah.
But anyways, I also will say, when my players, when I coach, come to me and go, no way, I definitely shot him first. I always I take it with a grain of salt, right?
Yep.
Because every player thinks they shot the other player first.
Of course.
Every player thinks the other player spun. Our view of the world as players and even as coaches is not always accurate. So. Mm-hmm. Like I said, even when my players say that they got wronged by a call, I kind of I take it with a grain of salt. So in your head, you shot that player 15 seconds before they shot you, but then you go back and watch the footage, and it was a second. Well, I think we have Kyle Spica in front of us having a conversation with the refs himself.
We're having too much fun in here.
Yeah, well, trying to avoid angry coaches.
You ever need to relax, just take a selfie.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Smile a little bit.
Kyle Spica seems pretty chill. He's not too upset about it. Of course, I think he's the beneficiary of that penalty.
I love Kyle Spica. I actually got to get close with him at BKI summer camp. He was one of the coaches there, and it was fun.
Dude. He's a good dude. We've had him up at AG Paintball in Ware, New Hampshire a few times for clinics. Good dude.
I learned a lot. His coaching style and his way of play, it fit a lot with how I think. And he's very calm in the way he approaches things. So he's you messed up, but he's still really calm. And I like that because he'll tell you the truth, Yep. But
I'm a huge fan of playing calm. I think a lot of players get worked up, and then actually that causes tunnel vision. It causes bad decision making. I want my players on the field to be so calm that they could, I don't know, recite me Bible verses or whatever. they could order lunch, while under fire. That's how calm I want players, because when you're calm under fire, you can make better decisions. Mm-hmm. You do a better job taking input. And when I mean input, there's times where you can just tell the direction paint is coming, and you can say, oh, I know that means that Dorito 3 is hot. I just recognize that angle. But if you're I don't know. If your stress level is through the roof, then you don't pick up on all that kind of information. Mm-hmm. So,
controlled aggression. I totally agree with that, because it's also the same fact as you can start calm, you get a couple kills, and you get your heart starts racing. You want more. You start getting a little greedy, but you just got to realize, okay, wait a second, take a deep breath, play a little bit tighter, find the lost bodies, and then start stabbing again.
Take a deep breath, figure it out. Go again. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. The first couple of times I ever started playing paintball, I was like, kill. That's all I could think about. And then I guess growing as a player, I was like, all right. I watched Jen Folk. I was like, she doesn't play like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna know if she shoots you, but.
So you have an involuntary flight or fight response that kicks into the human body under something like a gunfight. And I know this is not a real gunfight, thank God, but your body reacts to it similarly. You've got to play enough paintball over enough years, over enough time, over enough points, get shot enough that it doesn't freak you out anymore.
Exactly.
It's just something you got to get past. Well, there is the conversation. That on your left, you're looking at our ultimate, which is Mikhail. He runs this crew. He is a very, very good ref. One of the reasons I like this crew so much is they will, and I suspect they're doing it right now, they will go back and fix it if they get a call wrong. They're not so invested in their own, I guess, ego that they can't say, oh, we made a mistake. They will absolutely say we made a mistake and fix it. This is tough to do, what he's trying to do now, trying to reconstruct crime scene style, the events that happen. I still think the odds are the call is going to stand.
Yeah, and also the professionalism of just, like, remaining calm. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard. In paintball, you got a lot of egos, a lot of passion and things like that. And, like, when somebody's yelling at your face that really cares about it.
It rattles.
The way that he's able to just calmly handle it is, it's good.
Professional.
And also all his refs, like, sometimes, like, at more minor events, like, the refs will all start, like, running towards the main ref and start saying their input. Like, he knows what he's doing.
Yep.
So.
I love watching this ref crew because there's times where I see a bunkering happen, and a ref that was on the scene will turn and start running in a certain direction. And in my head, I'm going, whoa. I think it was completely wrong. I think the other team was, blah, blah, blah. The penalty should go the other way. And then I realize what he's doing is he's running 3 feet over to check another player to see if they were clean or not, and then make his call based on that. Basically, what I'm saying is most refs would in that panicky situation, throw a flag, and then maybe go, oops, I got that wrong.
Yep.
These guys will stop for a breath and go look to see if a hit is on a player where they think it is before they throw their flag. Or again, they'll fix it if they think they're wrong, like they might be wrong here. Do you do any reffing? Have you?
So I actually my origin story. So
this is like a Marvel character.
Yeah.
How did you get your powers, Brooklyn?
Well, my 16th birthday party had a superhero birthday party, which is kind of ironic because now I play on a superhero team.
That's true.
But I used to ref at my local field to pay for paint the next day.
Yep, that's pretty typical.
So I would work like freaking 10-hour shift to get a case of paint.
Yep. The old school way of running a paintball field, which probably still occurs, is you paid almost nobody, almost no refs. You did exactly that. It was super. The norm was you have 16-year-old refs that come in, they work a Saturday, and then they basically play for free on Sunday, or vice versa.
Yeah.
That was when I was growing up in the sport. That was the way 99% of paintball fields worked. I'm not traveling around the country checking out the recreational operation, but I think most fields are a little bit further along in actual W-2s being issued and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only cash I would get was probably, like, tips or something.
Yeah.
And I would work hard for those tips. I'd be like, hey, you should go over here and shoot this. And then
so you're helping them cheat.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course. I said, if you paid me $10 more, I'll wipe your head off.
You get the VIP service? Nice. You're corrupting the sport. There used to be honor and virtue in this sport, Brooklyn.
I don't know.
You've ruined us. Look at all this cheating that's going on, and this is your fault.
Yes, it's all me.
All right. Well, we're still waiting for the refs to sort it out. We'll just once again thank Ballsack, one of our sponsors. You can go to ballsack.com, check it out. Their version 2.0 is coming out. It's essentially a waterproof bag, kind of like a kayaking or canoeing waterproof bag that can take about a case of paint. And then it's got a dispenser on the bottom of it that can fill a pod for you. You can hang it off of your tent walls. It's pretty cool. Like I said, there's times where we have to endorse product where I'm like, yeah, it's fine. This one I really like. It's good stuff. They've made some real improvements, including the base of it is magnetized, so you can pull it off and clean it if you do break any paint. It's also cushiony, so when you dump paint in, you're a lot less likely to break paint. So it's good. I'm impressed. So go to ball-sack.com, and this weekend there's a promo code Tampa NXL or NXL Tampa. I don't know if my dyslexia is kicking in. And you can use that for 10% off a pre-order. So thank you for sponsoring us. We appreciate it. Give them a chance.
It's actually so funny. I love the name is it's memorable.
Yeah, it's hard to
definitely
forget.
memorable.
Yeah, this is not a giant marketing department coming up with this. I'm sure this is more of like a couple guys and some
paintball
beers.
guys.
Yeah, some paintball guys and some beers and what I know what we should call ourselves. I did meet the owner and one of the engineers, I guess, a guy named Sean this morning for it, and they're very passionate about it. They seem like really good people, so I'll root for them. Oh, I see a phalanx of refs heading over to the SURICATOS pit. I don't know if they're just giving bodyguard backup to Mikhail in case he gets beat up. I want to say thanks to all of our sponsors. You see them all across the screen, though. The best part about this sponsorship graphic, by the way, I'm going to let you in on a production secret. We have not had to change this graphic as a production crew in a couple years because these sponsors are so loyal. Year in, year out, they've been sponsoring the NXL and by extension this webcast. So thank you to all you guys because you've been really key in keeping us up and running. So if you're a paintball addict, and you probably are if you're watching this, go check them out. If you're not a paintball addict, that means you probably have a grandson playing in this. So, and you're watching. He's doing great, Nana.
Also, I would say this is your snack break. If you're watching this live, go get something to eat, a snack, a drink, because it might be definitely a couple more minutes.
Brooklyn costing us viewers by the minute.
No. I'm saying keep the live on. Keep the live on.
Yeah.
But if you're hungry and you don't want to miss anything, it'd probably be now.
So a couple of years ago, doing these webcasts, I did a poll of my region up in New England, and I asked people, how many of you watch webcasts, whether it's this webcast or others, and you actually sit there and watch it, or is it something you keep on kind of in the background and it's just noise, while you're like folding laundry or cleaning your paintball gun or whatever? I was shocked by how many people actually sit and straight up watch. They'll watch 8-10 hours of footage, get back up the next morning and do it again.
Yeah.
Which is great. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I don't know if I have the stamina for that. I'm not there playing. It would drive me nuts to watch instead of play.
I'm very much like, I have to maybe I have ADHD or something, but I have to watch. Once I'm tuned into something or I'm locked into something, I have to go all for it. So I gotta be paying attention, focused, everything, and then watching it, listening it. I'm not the type of person that can do something else and watch something that I care about at least.
Yeah.
So I guess now what's his name?
Mikhail.
Mikhail is now talking to the Vibe team as well.
Who's not screaming? It's being held. Passions are running low right now, which is good. You know what? The amount of time he's spending explaining to the Vibe coach what he's seeing tells me they're about to reverse the call. That's my guess. Because if not, he would be looking at the SURICATOS coach going, here's why the call stands.
This is actually very, very surprising. I have not seen this much of a replay look over. I don't think ever. So
I have seen this level, but only from this reffing squad.
Okay.
I have my producer in the ear, Alex, who says they might be pushing this. And what I mean by that is instead of flipping the call, they might be putting everybody back in their bunkers at the correct time and restarting it, which, by the way, the correct time is one of the things that takes a long time to try to figure out.
Wow, yeah.
What's the correct time. They might be just going to restart the game midway through the game.
Yep. It might be just easier to just do a no point, go back to the time.
And restart the game. I don't know. We shall see. Nobody's angry.
Looks like they're agreeing on
amicable.
What it is. Oh, there
wow.
we go.
Wow.
That's the paintball spirit.
When a hand came out, I expected to see a fist, but no, not at all. All right. Well, we don't know yet, but there has been an agreement reached, a detente, if you will. Let me ask my producer extraordinaire. He was over there with the camera. Maybe he can tell me. Oh, no, he's running away. Let me get the next here. Alex, were you able to hear the audio? I'll take the next one. Let me double check. Before I promise you, I'll kick somebody out. Okay. This is next movement of Bond, right? Yeah, I have Julian Mazeloski who's supposed to be coming tomorrow. Do you want to hang out if you know shows or shows up late? Yeah, I'll be right there. Yeah, all right, sounds good. Thank you. All right. They have done full crime scene reconstruction, CSI style. And that is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to reset the clock. They're going to put players back in their bunkers. It's going to be a 2-on-4. I forget which direction the 2-on-4 is going, and whatever is the correct thing. Again, maybe I'm an apologist or a ref suck up. I don't know what you want to call. But I like this way more than a ref staff just going, the call stands because it's just too complicated to do anything about it. Mm-hmm. That was a 10-minute downtime trying to figure it out, but they're a ref staff that's willing to say, we got it wrong. And that's what he's saying. We got it wrong, and we're going to do our best to make it right. So
it's nice to know that they care.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, like, as a player and I'm in a match, I hate it.
Yeah.
Now, like, all my momentum is gone.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, all right, let's just make a decision, and if you don't give me my call, I'm going to come back 10 times harder. I'm going to prove you that you're wrong.
Yeah.
But that's me. That's me.
You know what, though? With this being on video now, if they got the call wrong, it will be clipped and replayed on social media until the next WNXL, which is Midwest Open in 3 months. So I think it's even more critical that they
take the time.
They take the time, they get it right, they fix it, even if they have to rewind the clock and make it over again. But if they don't do that, the repercussions, it's unavoidable.
Oh, wow. So you were right. They're going back to their spots. That's pretty surprising for me, honestly. I would not want to do that. Now everybody knows where I am, and, like, I'm sorry, but everybody knows I'm in the center. I have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Like, no, thank you.
You know what they're
Put me on the box.
You know what I don't think they're doing? Is checking how many pods each player had before that ended. Because
you bet I'm having a full rack.
Yes, you know I'm repotting. I'm doing everything. I might even change the batteries in my gun between the points.
So it looks like it's 4 for SURICATOS and 2 or 3 for
I think
Vibe.
it's a 2-on-4. So I believe it's 2 SURICATOS versus 4 Vibe.
No. 4.
Oh, it's 4 opposite. Okay.
Yeah, opposite. So you got the home and the Dorito mini temple for Vibe.
There we go, sliding into that Snake 1 mini brick. We are at 8:47.
Those Vibe players just hunkering down. Looks like SURICATOS is in a line across the 50s. They should be able to close this point out real quick. She needs to wrap a little bit more, and she'll see that wide body. There you go.
Blow that up. Well done.
And at this point, I would just run it through. You have 4 bodies alive. She's not looking at you. You go through.
There you go. Vibe is.
Yep.
So all of that. That was about 20 minutes of downtime trying to figure it out for a point that's lasted, another 15 seconds or something like that?
Yep.
Well.
hence why sometimes I would just want to play.
Yeah. I mean.
Whatever. Go back swinging harder.
I guess justice is served, I guess.
We used to say in soccer, ball don't lie. Ball don't lie.
I play a lot of volleyball. We have the same phrase.
Yep. You get the wrong call or whatever happens, you come back.
The next play reveals who was correct.
Yeah. Exactly, 100%.
Yep. All right, FEMMES FATALE versus Northern Lights, who may have gone off to take a nap during this downtime.
Northern Lights rushing to the box.
How are you late to the field? You've had 45 minutes. All right, they get in, they tag up, though.
Looks like 3 snake side for the Northern Lights, and then, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Off break, FEMMES send to the Dorito side wedge.
That might be Mercedes?
It is.
Yeah. So 5 alive, both teams.
2 just died.
No,
3.
You're right. 3 died.
3 just died.
My bad. FEMMES controlling this game at this point.
Northern Lights, 1 in the snake, 2, and the 1 in the home.
Yeah, Northern Lights, another player peeling off from that Dorito side, though.
FEMMES have 2 in the center as well.
I like this. At least you have a hope. Get up to that brick. Maybe you can do something from it.
So, I really want this Northern Lights player to look on the inside. Wrap and look on the inside and just keep going.
There's free kills. You're right. There's free kills.
Her pack's about to get blown from the
it depends
their side wedge, actually. The FEMMES player is in their side stand-up wedge.
Did Mercedes pick up on it, though?
No.
She's not aware that this Northern Lights player is there? Her teammate should be calling it out. Oh, that's your death. You're dying. You're dying, Hannah. Yeah, you're
Unique tactic.
Well, she was not aware that there was a
Yeah.
gun just waiting there for her. So
Tammy stayed calm, and she knew exactly where the bodies were, and she was like, I'll take the trade if I need to, but I'm going to be gun dominant and hopefully shoot her first. So it was a good move by Tammy.
well, Northern Lights, this is not your day is not going well so far. You got to kind of figure something out because this is not how you wanted your season opener to go. It has been a really rough first match for them, and it's been a rough match for them this time as well.
It's a hard layout. It is.
Yeah.
It's a pretty hard layout. I mean, it's fun. I like it a lot, but there's a lot of things that can happen on this layout, and they're all different. So it's basically read and react paintball.
All right, this game is tied up. Vibe versus SURICATOS 2-2, 8 minutes on the clock.
Plenty of time to see some good moves. All right, SURICATOS bumping to the D-Rado 1 and the snake corner.
Vibe on a bit of a pocket play. They're doubled up at home. They're not really pushing out too far.
SURICATOS loses their snake corner. Vibe looks very controlled. They look like they're not trying to move up the field too fast. Try to get the kills by people being anxious. Vibe drops a body from that snake mini temple. Still double up the home on the Vibe side. Looks like SURICATOS pushed to that the center wedge and now pushed up onto that snake wedge.
Here we go, starting to wrap for SURICATOS from that middle. They're looking for the kill on the home.
I do not think they know that Maria is in that wedge.
You know what I'm not seeing from Vibe is any panic over it. If they know she's there, they're not panicking over it.
Yeah.
I like this spread out to the mini temple. That's going to help control that 50 standing wedge.
Maria looks like she's just waiting for that Nicole to
Make a
bump
mistake.
out.
Yeah.
And she'll have her dead to rights all day. I love this center. I can't wait to play it.
I'm going to have a conversation with you after your match, see if you still love the center.
I like it.
All right.
It's weird. I love weird layouts.
I agree.
Can either get clapped up or you can pull something really cool off.
Vibe sliding into that D2. Does
All
it
right.
alive. Nicole tried to go sideways.
Maria completed the bait. That was a good move by Maria.
And Nicole Gates tried to go sideways. She paid for it.
I think it's a 2v3 SURICATOS with a 3. Looks like snake corner, snake center, and something in the Doritos for SURICATOS. What do you see for
Vibe is in the D2 and home, and I believe that's all they have left.
Okay.
They are both looking snake side. Well, now the Vibe D1 comes off snake side, but for a moment there, they were both looking snake side.
Maria's trying to
there
go
it
make
is.
a move.
Home player is going to die, and that's going to finish it out. SURICATOS is going to win this one.
Wow.
Dallas Vibe concedes out of that one.
This is a good match.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there was a big break, but I mean, both teams really seem to want it. So
A snack break, as you like to call it.
snack break. I'll always eat. I'm always hungry.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Except I never can get food. Like, I will always eat if it's in front of me, but I'm so lazy I just don't.
It's not worth the energy. It's a fine balance between expending the energy to go find food. I was just in Costa Rica looking at sloths, and I can endorse that lifestyle.
FEMMES on the right.
FEMMES on the right. They got a commanding lead. I wouldn't blame them if they just want to dig in and play conservative now. They're up by 3 points with 3.5 on the clock. Northern Lights push up immediately. That snake tower. They're going to lose their Dorito runner, so 4 bodies alive for Northern Lights.
4 for FEMMES as well. They lost their snake corner off break.
Northern Lights also launches up to that right side standing wedge up the middle at the 50.
They're trying to get those kills. I think she just shook the bunker, so I think that snake tower knows she's in there.
Yeah. That's a giveaway. If you're listening at home, try not to shake the tower. Shake whatever bunker you're in. That tells the other team you're there.
Oh yeah, especially if you're in a big stand-up tower, you can see that shaking from the other field.
From anywhere. Lights diving into snake one. This is good. There's slides out
Coming
to
to
that
the outside.
Yeah, she does need to be concerned about the snake side tower for FEMMES. There is a gun there waiting for her. Oh, she comes over the top. Oh.
This snake, you just really have to play
Low.
conserved, controlled
Yeah.
aggression, know where the bodies are. A Fem player does get dropped off the field, so I think it should be a 3v3.
For Northern, we have the D3, D1, and that might be it. Oh, no,
the
I'm sorry, and the
center.
50. Yeah, the
Yep.
50 wedge. So they got 3 alive.
Femmes, we have the Snake Tower, the Dorito Mini Temple, and I believe a Dorito, unless that's it for them. I can't.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I see a player peeling off.
Lisette from the D side.
Yep. FEMMES drop another body. Northern Lights have a really good chance of winning this thing, getting the match back to something reasonable, like 2-on-4.
I think it is a 2-on-2 right now. Actually, Northern Lights.
Northern Lights pushing that Dorito side.
See, this is where I would get antsy. I'd want to be putting the game together and getting to work.
I think you're right. I think it's a 2-on-2. Northern Lights have advantage positionally. Oh, nope, she doesn't get it.
Oh, that is
did she? No, I don't think Northern
she
Lights
did not
player.
make it.
I don't mind the instinct to try to change positions. That just in the open.
I think if I did that move, I would shoot, put them in, and then stop shooting.
Well,
get lost.
So that's kind of what she did. The problem is the back player for FEMMES happened to be looking that way. So she put in her mirror, essentially, and thought she was clear to go.
And it looks like the Femmes are going to take this one.
Man, the frustration level for the Northern Lights pit has got to be off the charts. It's too many times they've been right on the cusp of winning it, and it just has fallen apart for them. I feel for them.
The Femmes, you have to think the Femmes are one of the female OG teams, right? So they have girls that have been playing forever, let alone girls that have been playing together for a long time. I know they picked up Dallas, Lisette, and some of the Cheetahs girls, but you know. It's hard. It's hard to compete against a team that's been playing for years, let alone a team that's been playing for years together. They know how to close out points. They know what to do in low body situations. They know how to communicate with each other. Not saying that Northern Lights can't do that, but they're still a pretty new team. You know?
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with things to complain about or critique Northern Lights. I do think a little bit too much their players are playing as individuals. I'm not sure I'm seeing the same teamwork as some of the other teams here.
Yeah, but once again, it comes with time spent together. It comes with how many years you've been playing together. Like our team, like for the Heroines, like sometimes we try to get there a day early before practice to do something. And when we go to Texas or we go to our players' home fields, we get to know the people they hang out with. I just get to know them all.
You gave me a vision I just had of heroines all going to a go-kart track the day before events. I don't know if that's happened, but right now that's what's in my head.
So we got Vibe versus SURICATOS.
Yep, SURICATOS is going to be on your left, Vibe on the right. SURICATOS up by 1 point. We've got about 6 minutes on the clock.
Vibe trying to go snake off break, but does not make it. But they do get a Dorito 3 off break for Vibe.
Uh-oh. And
minor penalty is assessed on SURICATOS.
Yeah.
I think it is a 3 on.
It's 3 on nothing. 3 on nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about when a minor goes up, and then suddenly everybody decides now's a good time to relocate and run right through a gun lane. Because even though the rest pulled bodies, for.
Wait, I think it's a 0. Oh, there was only one player alive from Vibe.
Yeah, they're going to get it. But
wow, that was a mess.
SURICATOS a bunch of bodies died around the same time beyond the flag. The other surviving bodies just ran off to their deaths. All right, well, Vibe is going to tie it up. And we're going to go into X-Ball.
Yeah, no, but for heroines, we cook dinner together, we eat together, we do everything together.
Right, you can't afford separate rooms at a hotel. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, That's why I honestly I love our team, because when I joined the first WNXL season, I joined World Cup was my first tournament, and like I practiced with them for Philly, I think it was, and they just like automatically just welcomed me in. Like Rosie knew me from my home field. I was just like a shy little girl, like just in love with Rosie.
Can I play with you?
Yeah,
Yep.
and so then Rosie and Brad, they brought me in, and they're like, hey, do you want to practice with us? I was like, yeah, and I was scared. I was so scared, but they just welcomed me in immediately.
So
I was there.
I'm gonna say a paintball secret that you've already figured out, and it's gonna get gushy and emotional on camera. The paintball that you will remember, if you're playing tournament paintball, right? You're deeply in love with the sport. You get a team. You start going off to events. It will not be what happens on the field that you remember 10 years from now. I swear to God, you're going to remember that time that you crashed the rental car into a delivery van. You're going to remember getting charged for the plumbing you destroyed at a hotel. At a hotel. You're going to remember not having enough money to cover a bill at a restaurant. You're going to remember all the stupid stuff that happens in the travel to and the travel back from. The real magic of this sport when you're traveling with a team is the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
No, it really is. I've been doing this sport so long that I shouldn't be allowed to be here anymore. But what I remember from all my times is mostly shenanigans. It's mostly teammate shenanigans, not what happened on the field. To be really honest. Oh yeah, you're being corporatized. So Brooklyn is pointing out once again our product that we're today. It's ball sack from ball-sack.com. Yep.
It looks like this. I'll hold it up.
A little bit higher.
There we go. So that's it. It hangs here, right? You want to do the pod part?
Sure, we'll try it. See how many I spill. Ah, wow.
There
I
you
didn't spill any.
Oh.
Product demo. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it actually feels really high quality. Like,
yeah.
I feel like I thought it was going to be like kind of cheap, but this looks nice.
Yeah, I will not be giving this back when this is over.
I think I'll steal it.
Yeah,
No.
this is going home with me.
All right, SURICATOS on your right, Vibe on your left.
So we are in X-Ball, and that means that these are the only two teams left playing in this match. So in between points, they're going to have like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get ready for the next point.
So it looks like Vibe just lost a player on their D side, so it's a 5v4 SURICATOS. Vibe moving into the snake.
Oh.
Vibe playing somewhat conservative. SURICATOS matching the snake player, with Vibe making a large bump to that snake wedge.
All right, so we got 4.5 on the clock. The teams are tied up. This is a weird way for me to phrase this. If you're going to lose fast. What you don't want to do if you're going to lose this point, be down a point and only have a minute left on the clock.
Yeah. So somebody actually just got that snake side tower out from Vibe. Vibe snake player trying to hunt. Oh, and SURICATOS makes a large bump all the way to the Dorito 50, but gets clipped by the home shooting D side. That bump was I think too big.
I'd like to hope that she got clipped on the way, and instead of the worst case scenario is you get there clean and then you get over ambitious, immediately pop your head up and get it peeled off because you can't pause for a second.
SURICATOS can do damage in this snake. They have 3 guns looking this way. And the Vibe snake player has her gun down, head in the dirt with nobody protecting her. So this snake needs to realize that, and they can do some damage. I would get my gun up towards that.
Oh, she doesn't even know she's there.
Gun up.
Oh, nice shot from the ground.
Lucky. Oh, let's see if she realized how her teammate got shot.
Brooklyn just called you lucky. Give credit.
Oh, her gun was down.
Yeah. No, that was amazing.
It was a good save. That's the position I think I would be in as well. I don't think the SURICATOS player realizes that that's how her friend got shot.
No, that's Torres for SURICATOS. She's not aware of the position.
That Dorito player is putting
But-
just enough heat on her. Oh, wow. They're right next to each other. I wonder.
I'm sorry, that's number 9. That's Rojas. Rojas, however, she needs to do damage. So even though
She's not looking down.
Oh, there
and
it is.
Again,
Wow.
a silent killer.
What a
That-
trap play.
Honestly, she kind of looks like a sniper right there.
Yeah. Now,
Oh.
I don't think she's even aware that she shot her out.
I think she is. I think
If
she
she
does
looks
not
up-
know that
if
there's
she
that
looks
center
up-
body.
If she looks up, it's a free kill. It's a free kill. That's a
That's
free kill.
crazy. Oh, my
Wow.
God. Wow. 3-pack for the snake. I would be talking now, though.
Yeah,
I
there's
would
no
be talking now.
Yeah, there's no reason to be secretive anymore.
Yep. You just killed 3 bodies, blew up in the game. Wow. What's her name?
That's Chloe Serena.
Wow, that was great.
Yeah,
That was a great.
That was a hell of a
Snake play.
point. Hell of a point. Remember we were talking about earlier about being afraid to cross the 50 because there's like a landmine waiting for you? That was a full-on landmine play.
Literally, she was on the ground.
Yep.
Like a landmine.
Just Claymore waiting for you. Wow, well done.
That was good.
You know what? Suricato's are going to go back and watch this point. They're going to be like, oh my God, the same player just blew up 2 of our guys.
Wow, look at those pro flexes.
Yeah, these are the new Mastodons coming out from JT. You got a couple
Okay.
different color choices. I'm sure they'll be instantly sold out, like
Yeah.
everything else.
It kind of gives me like Dino Ranger vibes, just a little bit. But
And they are exclusively available at Pittsburgh Paintball Supply. That's it. Go there right now. I don't care whether they're open or not. Go there right now. Get a cinder block, kick in a window. Go get yourself a new set of JT Mastodons.
I love how JT is just so versatile. You can make your own mask build. And it's kind of like the shoe game, you know? Like, I don't know if you know much about, like, shoe game, but
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I
I've
love it.
shot a lot of people installing their shoes. It's totally worth it.
I just love how I can customize, and the search for the parts you want is, like, it's kind of little thrill.
Yeah.
So,
And there's a market. I mean, there's a market. Like, a lot of these people, a lot of the shoe are not being worn. They're just being bought and, like, as an investment and held on to.
oh, yeah.
And same thing with a lot of the goggle market. There's a lot of people buying goggles that never intend to wear them. They just stash them away.
Yeah.
So
See, go ahead.
I was just going to say, COVID kind of changed it. So during COVID, a lot of people who weren't playing got into collecting paintball stuff, and it really changed just having a collector's market. Sorry, you were going to say. I talked over you.
No. I already forgot. So, Dallas Vibe on your right.
Oh, first player peeling off for Suricato's. They lose their snake corner. They move up to D2, though.
5 alive for Dallas Vibe.
Suricato's going to lose their home player. That leaves just 3 alive.
And I think this is where Dallas Vibe is going to start to dig in.
Suricato's doing a good job pushing
and
that
minor
Dorito side.
penalty assessed on Vibe. It should be a 3v2 Vibe with 3.
Three for Suricato's. It's 3 on 3.
3 on 3?
As long as that Dorito player is still alive, which I believe she is.
Oh, and the Dorito player, it looks like the Dorito player shot that Snake Tower for Vibe.
Yeah, this
So it is now a 3v2.
This is a big turnaround.
They still have a minute left, too, on the point. on the clock.
Tejada doesn't look okay. She's like swerving, not in a fun way.
60 seconds. This is where damage needs to be done. Stay alive. Oh.
Oh, wasted body.
Maria now knows that there is a Snake player, though.
50 seconds.
They have 2 bodies alive. Dorito side is pushing for Suricato's.
No, we have a body peeling off.
I think it's Michaela Wilkins left in the
Okay.
Snake. Maria's searching.
30 seconds.
Come on. Runs her down.
Oh. And there's going to be a penalty, and it's under 60 seconds, although it's a minor, so that's not an instant game over. Although, if they don't have a body fulfill it, it should stop the point.
Suricato's takes that with 19 seconds left, plus whatever this minor does.
Wow, either way, that is a hell of a turnaround. This is likely going to overtime.
So sorry, that wasn't Michaela Wilkins. That was Shelby on Dallas Vibe who got that minor.
So I don't think that they needed to hit the buzzer. Because if I'm correct, that was the last Vibe player alive who got a minor.
Yes.
It should have stopped the point instantly, which maybe it did because we're at 23 seconds.
I'm not sure on that, but I would hit it just in case.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because, it's that close of a game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm slapping that buzzer. And I just like to hit the buzzer. I don't really get to do it much.
Although now at 23, yeah, tell me about it. Now at 23 seconds, they're going to have to play another point before overtime. 23 seconds, it's unrealistic that this is going to result in anything that changes the score.
I don't know.
A major could change that, of course, but if I'm your coach, I'm going to be like, don't you dare get a major on me in this situation.
Well, that's what Dynasty does is they play all their benched players on these small points, give their starters enough rest.
Yeah.
But, at least to hold the point so then their starters can come in a little bit more refreshed for the overtime point.
Yeah, and I would suspect at a pro level, even your backup players are pretty damn good.
Of course.
They can hold a situation like this. They're not like, I don't know, yesterday I was renting, and then some guy named Greenspan just come up and said, do you want to be a backup player?
Yeah, on Dynasty.
Yeah, that's not usually what happens, so. All right, well, we're going to have a 23-second point. Likely it's going to result in just a no point, unless something wacky happens. And then we're going to go over to overtime. I still don't have a meter to tell you what's the fastest you can win on this field. Like, we've yet to see so far this weekend any of those, like, teams rushing downfield pell-mell and win it in 15 seconds. I don't know what that time is now. I suspect this middle cluster, especially with these snake beams that are laying down, will slow down that time to try to win this point.
So Vibe starting with only 4, actually.
So they couldn't fill the penalty.
SURICATOS may try to get this point. I wouldn't see Vibe do it, but SURICATOS might.
The risk of trying an all-out, we're going to try to win this point with 20 seconds left, is a major, right? If you got players running downfield at top speed, the likelihood of penalties goes way, way up. It's a risk.
So SURICATOS going gun up and staying alive for all 5 bodies.
I think both teams are content to let this to go to overtime.
It is now a 4v4, losing a SURICATOS from the Doritos.
But what we didn't see is teams racing downfield. So I think both teams essentially agreed we're just going to let this go to overtime.
Yeah, 1 second left.
Yeah.
This has been a good point.
This has been a wacky match.
Yeah.
With the restart, the 25-minute, or I don't know how long the delay was on that one, but with a restart, this has been a wacky match. Oh, thank you for bringing the drama, WNXL.
Hand it to the girls.
Yeah,
Hand it to the girls.
We need a ratings boost. Are you saying that girls bring drama?
No.
Brooklyn said it, not me. I just want to be clear.
Wow.
I do not need to get canceled. That was Brooklyn's take.
No, I think it's just, especially women that play paintball, we're all passionate. So. And we could all fight.
All right, there you go. Again, not my take. I do not want to take responsibility.
Oh, gosh.
All right, so we'll have a little bit of downtime. We've got 1:15 on the clock, and then we go to a 5-minute overtime. If you're not familiar, the overtimes in this situation, the first team that scores a point wins the match. This is not an overtime where we see how many points you can score in 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. The only way that the first point does not win the match is if it's a no point, and a no point can occur. Almost always a no point occurs when either there's a simultaneous last kill, nobody left the field, or a flag hang that's dirty, but there's enough bodies to fulfill the penalty and it results in a no point. Those are pretty unusual situations. So most likely we're going to have a winner for you in less than 5 minutes. If you're watching the screen and you look off to the right side, you can see Raymond J. Stadium in the background. That's the NFL home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. NXL really served up a doozy on this one. They got us into the property of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so it's pretty awesome. You are not. I don't know. Don't be insulted by this. You aren't old enough to have been there, but the Sky Dome, which was an event that took place around 2000, 2001, for 2 years we got to play inside of the Toronto Sky Dome. Up in Toronto. Yeah, we had an indoor airball tournament inside of Sky Dome. You can find the videos on YouTube and stuff. Mm-hmm. It was incredibly cool.
I miss the days where I was told that they used to give away Humvees as prizes or whatever.
So yeah, kind of. Yes, kind of. There was the Kingman Corporation, which made Spider, Kingman is now part of the, I believe, Core Action Sports Empire owns. They own the Kingman brand. But Kingman and Spiders. Are you aware of Spiders?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not that old. For a long time, they were. I'm just saying. For a long time, Spider represented an enormous part of the sport. Like almost anybody that started playing paintball was either playing with a Tippmann or Spider. So their market share was enormous. And they still make good product. Don't get me wrong. But, if you own a Spider, good for you. But in any case. So they ran something they called the Spider Cup in Pittsburgh at what used to be the site of the ZAP-AM International Open, where they ran a tournament for only I think it was 10 teams, and yes, they put cars on the line.
That's awesome.
I was talking to Greenspan about what he did with his Mustang last year, and he regrets selling it. He eventually sold it off, and he regrets it.
Wow, a big bump wrapped around to the Doritos 2 for the Vibe.
Vibe on your left. They are up in the Dorito 2, otherwise spread across the back.
Should be 5v5.
SURICATOS counters by taking the 50 up here, this standing wedge in the middle of the field.
Looking D-Way, they are fully aware that there is a Dorito 2, but I am not sure they know that
This is
Angie
Tejada
got into
going,
the snake.
Yeah, she's hunting. She may be picking up that I don't know.
They have been fighting this entire match.
Yeah, going head-to-head. Tejada's wrapping, looking if she can find something maybe home to shoot at. Another move by Vibe. They slide into that D1 to give support to their D2 player. SURICATOS at home. They're at the snake insert. They do not have a snake presence yet. They've also got the tower up the middle.
I believe that snake mini tower is trapping the other snake mini tower on the SURICATOS so that it will allow Angie to have the snake all to herself. Oh, wow. I think
She's
that
got
there
something.
is... Oh, okay. So Angie just shot the bump to that Dorito tower in the center. The Dorito 2 for her Vibe bumped up to the Dorito 3 and is looking to move to that Dorito 50, which she just did.
Angie is desperately trying to get her teammates to listen to her. She's screaming her head off. I'm not sure she's satisfied with the response.
Yeah, body's walking off for SURICATOS. Looks like it's just the home in that Snakeside mini temple. Yep.
We're at 3:15. I don't see any reason to think that this is going to go to time. Nice
Wow.
duck walk by,
Oh my
by
gosh.
Angie.
My knees hurt.
Did she get the kill on the Dorito side?
I don't
No,
think it matters because she just obliterated that snake tower and has a pack all day of the home.
The home is dead now. She's just going to look Dorito side, close it out.
Dorito 3, they're battling it out right now. The
Oh.
Dorito 3 does get the kill, but then gets run down by Vibe's Dorito side player.
Tejada traded with the middle player for SURICATOS. That's enough. Vibe is going to walk this in and win this. Okay, the Vibe did hit the buzzer. I thought for a
Yes.
second SURICATOS toweled out, which wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So assuming this is clean, it is clean.
Vibe wins.
Congratulations to Dallas Vibe. Well played. That was a hell of a match.
Oh, yeah.
Including a funky reset situation. Well, that is going to wrap up both sides of that match. We're going to take a little break. When we're going to come back, we're going to watch Revolution versus Protocol and Upstate Avalanche versus Cerberus, which you may have seen in an earlier match. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Brooklyn, for joining us.
Of course.
I wish you a little bit of luck in your upcoming match, which
Thank
we'll
you.
watch. I'll root for you.
It will
Secretly.
be 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is ours, but it probably got pushed back.
I promise not to commentate curse you, okay?
Please.
I promise.
Please.
All right. Hey, thank you so much for being with us. We'll be back in a few minutes with more paintball.